Standing with your feet in parallel, allowing the knees to be slightly bent, the shoulders out to the side, and we start by finding stillness. We become aware of the breath, moving in the chest, the abdomen. And with each relaxation, we allow the body to soften. We bring the attention to the top of the head. We have a sense of lengthening upwards. The head is light, floating towards the sky. And when we feel the out-breath, we soften through the face. The eyes relax inside the eye sockets, the tongue inside the mouth. Notice the next breath in and the next breath out. We soften through the throat and the chest, allowing the chest to get support on the heart and the lungs. Paying attention to how the lungs push the ribcage out to the sides and to the back as much as to the front. Allowing the abdomen to soften. And feeling that relaxation traveling through the front of the legs, the knees, ankles, and pouring through the top of the feet. And we sense the toes expanding and extending into the earth. We imagine sending roots that spread out to the sides or that pour into the earth, right through the earth, into a vertical line. We notice the in-breath, we notice the out-breath, and we bring the attention once again to the top of the head, that spot just at the base of the crown, and we align that to the sky. And with the next out-breath, we soften through the back of the neck, the shoulders, feeling the shoulder blades sliding through the back. And we sense the spine, the entire spine, just lengthening upwards, feeling its 3D dimension inside the body, sensing the spine in the lower back, and we become aware of the hips, allowing the relaxation to travel down the glutes, back of the legs, back of the knees, sliding through the calf muscles, the beauty of the ankles and the spongy quality of heels. And the next breath in, simply invite the breath to come from the earth. And breathing out through the feet, allowing the breath to empty into the earth. I'll let you observe the next 3 cycles of breath, breathing in through the feet and out through the feet, feeling the entire body. We expand the attention to the mind, simply noticing the speed of thoughts, their weight, their texture. Allowing thoughts to be anywhere and everywhere, coming and going. Expanding the attention to the area of the heart, noticing vibrations, sensations, the quality of space in the chest. And from that awareness of the body, the breath, the mind, the emotions, slowly we're going to start inviting movement. Before we open the eyes, we become aware of sounds in the room where we are, close to us, and sounds in the far distance. We bring the hands together and we rub the hands, creating heat, burning hands, and covering both eyes, palming the eyes, allowing the eyes to soften like sea sponges, absorbing the warmth of the hands, and that energy travels through the back of the eye, the optical nerve, softening the back of the face. And really slowly allowing the light to travel through the fingers, softening the cheeks, allowing the jaw to relax more, and running the hands through the chest. We bend the knees, we get closer to the earth, and we start the movement practice. We start setting an intention for the movement for these 10 minutes together. We follow the breath in, we follow the breath out. Allow an intention to come from the body, whatever the body needs today. Soften there. And we start with the movement of the shoulders all the way up and through the back. Just feeling what the shoulders need. Move them forward and back. And one body part moves and the rest of the body follows. So just allow everything to be soft. We allow the legs to bend and get them up and forward. That's it. Just noticing how they feel, what the upper back needs, and softening there. Just whatever you need. Don't need to follow exactly this section. This is a practice for working with the spine, creating more flexibility. I'll give repetitions and I'll do all the repetitions with you, but I invite you to sense your body. Stop anytime you need to rest. We're going to start creating tension, releasing tension. So breathing from the toes, tensing the legs, tensing the upper body, the arm. Hold, squeeze the face. Let it go. 2 more times. Deep breath in. Let it go. And 1 more time. Tense. Hold. Let it go. And nice and soft. Through the back, we start with the spinal cord breath. Breathing in is up. We're going to round the back. Just bringing the pelvis under, bringing the chin to chest. I feel the breath in, and that's when I open. Breathing in is opening. Softening through the front. You continue doing that movement. I'll show this one also through the side. Tailbone behind me, opening through the chest, softening. Find the movement of the pelvis. And we follow the breath. Breathing in is opening. Little muscular effort. We want to really follow the breath and be soft to the front of the body, like a young leaf in spring that curls with a raindrop. Just softening through the front and really curving the lower back and open there and soften. Little transition. Drop the hands, allow them to be really loose. Variation into the wave. Heavy head rolling down through the spine. And then I look in the far distance, and then I imagine there's a string attached to my chest, and I start coming into the body again. Just really softening through the leg, the neck is soft, and then looking upwards and rolling through the spine. And we want to bring a quality of water, like sea waves rolling one after the other. We can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth to allow more relaxation, or simply just your own natural breath in and out through the nose. And the arms are really hanging. They just follow the movement of the shoulder grid. And variation, we're going to do reverse sea wave. Falling forward, just notice how the arms are hanging. Bringing the hips under, and then we push with the hips, open the chest, and leaning forward again. All the fluids of the body come to the front. Bringing the head in, pushing with the hips, pushing with the chest, and leaning forward. 3 more times, but always do pause and stop when you need. I also do, for demonstrations, my movements are bigger, but you can just do a soft wave. I'll do the last 3 tiny, small waves. Just see what you need today. And the last one there. Good. Coming up to the front, we bring the hands again together. We wrap the hands, create good heat. And this time we're going to bring the warm hands on the cervical spine. The beauty of these 7 bones, one on top of the other, that give the balance and the mobility to the head. So when they're healthy, we enjoy the movement of the head and shoulder. When they get too close to each other, it's not so nice. So we're just going to warm that space, and we're going to work with neck circles. Simply allow the head to rest on the side. Think about connecting your ear with your shoulder. We imagine we can breathe with that trapezius shoulder, breathing in. Exhale, rolling the head to the other side. Breathing in, exhale, let it go. Breathing in on the side, my arms are shoulder, the upper back gets movement. Breathing in and softening. 2 more times, side and side, breathing on the shoulder, let it go. And 1 more there. Let it go. Allow the chin to come to the center, in line with the center of the body, coming up, shoulders through the back. We're going to bring the hands to the lower back, simply rubbing. I'll show you here on the side, just a nice rub into the glute, and then all the way to the sacrum. And then loose hands into nice and loose, and then bringing the hands to the hips, a wide stance, about shoulder width apart. Soften, knees are bent, and then just big circle. And again, one body part moves, the rest of the body follows. Loose through the feet, and just big circles, just allowing the lower back to get more space. And also sensing that connection between the hip socket and the femur. So as we go, I go slow, I bring my mind eye into those joints, and I try to pay more attention. How do they feel? How is that connection? And then pouring the weight to one side, just checking that the legs feel. From time to time, you can always loosen up your legs. So we're going to be on one leg, supporting leg, knees bent, little balance, 1, 2, 3, for checking that we're on one leg, pausing just the toes down, and we're going just to bring circling motion for the hip, and also allowing all the toes to work. So 1 toe at a time, just rolling through the floor, and changing directions. So working through all the joints, just allowing that leg to become softer, hanging from the hip socket. And again, we imagine we are pouring stand through one leg, just on the other side. Little balance, looking into the far distance, 3, 2, 1, and just the toes pausing, and just circling there. And then the other side, imagine I'm doing a circle with my knee, circle with the ankle, and all the toes are working, one at a time. Good. And just checking, loosen up, just as if we were flicking water through the feet. Allow the knee to become really loose, the ankle, that's it. And we're going to do movements for energizing and creating more circulation in the body. About shoulder width apart, allowing the feet to be wider than your hips, bending through the knees, and we're just going to wave the body, rock from one foot to the other. I'm slightly lifting on one heel this time. And then we're going to move from the center without thinking too much about the arms. My arms are just moving as a consequence that I do a rotation from my center. And just a tiny tap, allowing the arms to be loose, and tap. That's it, allowing my chin to be in line with the center of the body. The gaze is relaxed. And then bringing the top arm over the shoulder. And tap in there. And then taps on the chest. And a lighter tap in the solar plexus, which is the mouth of the stomach. And a lighter touch in the lower abdomen. Just tapping, creating vibrations, invigorating the organs. And the last few there. Just coming back to center, allowing that movement to stop by itself. Gather the chi. It's a movement that opens with the breath in and softening, just to align the center. Shoulders to the back. Let's come to the hands and then interlocking the hands, interlocking the fingers either way, and then softening through the rest. Just allowing a movement that is soft and also working with the weight of both hands. And then a gentle wave. Just noticing how the hands get that movement, and the shoulders, the elbows, and my wrist and fingers are working together. And a little stretch from there to the upper back. We're going to push into the front of the chest. I'm going to show also this one through the side. I'm going to bring my chin to my chest, and then just opening and to the side. And again, interlock, push into the front, head in, let it go. One more. And let it go through the center, and then again shaking. So this is the end of the routine for today. It's just a short routine to get all the joints mobilized, to get a sense of the circulation going through the body, and get a good energy, good vibrations in the body to get through the rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me.